Hello everyone. It's a lovely night here. You can see the moons and a lighthouse in Glenumbra. We're going to continue with the Thieves Guild questline in Glenumbra. There were some patch notes that they've fixed some of the mistakes and bugs that I've come across in the Thieves Guild line. It is very new. Last couple weeks. So also you can see there's a change to my reticle. The little triangle with the purple dot. It's just really hard to see when there is millions of effects going off. So hopefully this will make it a little easier for me to aim.
Not now, friend. If you're looking to buy or sell, see me at my shop or warehouse. I must catalog the rest of this shipment before the Lydia is ready to set sail.
Lydia! Aw. Celine Manant sent me. She needs to collect on the favor you owe her.
Celine Manant. Favor? I thought we settled that little bit of business a long time ago. Look, I'm extremely busy. Tell Celine I'll be happy to work this out with her later. I'm sure she'll understand.
She really wants that favor from you now. We need to borrow your warehouse.
My warehouse? And just what sort of swindle or scam is Celine planning this time? No, don't tell me. I really can't get involved right now. Maybe she can use my warehouse next week. Next month at the latest.
Look, Celine gets to use your warehouse now, or you might not have a warehouse tomorrow.
No need to make threats I know Celine would never approve of. Still, if it's that important, I'm certain we can work something out. I need a good thief to steal 2 valuable items, quick and unnoticed. Help me out, and we've got a deal.
Celine's helping start a Daggerfall guild. There's a lot of business that could come your way.
A guild, you say? That does present some profitable opportunities. Very well. Just procure 1 item for me, and Celine can use my warehouse as she sees fit.
One valuable item coming up. Is there something specific you have in mind?
Don't make me say it out loud. These docks have ears. All the information you need is in the note I left over there. Retrieve the note and follow the directions. They should be simple enough to understand for an associate of House Manant.
Why do you owe Celine Manant a favor exactly?
I believe that such details are between myself and Lady Celine. If you want to secure her the use of my warehouse and collect on that favor, you'll do what I asked. And do be quick about it. I am a very busy man.
So even he knows that Celine swindles. Okay, I think last time I threatened him, and I didn't have to do this. Roll's list of valuables. 3 valuable items, sought by a very important client. Must acquire them quickly before they disappear into a vault or a private collection. First item is a tall Papa doll in the possession of... Oh no, I think I did. I don't remember. I've stolen so many things. First item is a tall Papa doll in the possession of Jikas al-Zahif in Sentinel. Fortunately, he and his servants aren't expected to go anywhere anytime soon, at least not before the item moves to a more secure location. Be extra cautious to avoid being spotted here. The second target is Shore's mirror that Thane Mara keeps in her home in Windhelm. As with the Sentinel item, the servants there will be on alert, so try not to draw attention. The third target is a portrait of Ryan Durrani, in the possession of Watch Captain Astanya in the high elf town of Vocal Guard in Oregon. I do know the Watch Captain won't be at home, but a single servant and a bodyguard occupy the premises. I did play around yesterday with the Prowler Talisman, which can be very helpful. The most helpful part is when Battle Spirit is inactive, bracing while crouching turns you invisible for 10 seconds, and this can occur every 30 seconds. So it is actually really helpful during heists like this. I'm gonna see if they can give me a version. I don't have enough crystals to make one right now.
Shackle was destroyed?
But I should have one if I'm doing this. I finally used it. It is pretty helpful. So it would be very useful during Assassin's Guild or Thieves Guild quest lines whenever you need to sneak, when you're doing heists. So I have marked on the map where the person is that upgrades it. I'll see if they can, because I was told I had one before in the prior run through, but I had to actually go to the person to get it. It's kind of strange. I don't know. We'll see if they will give it to me.
Did you lose the Prowler's talisman?
Yeah, there you go.
You're always off on daring escapades and grand adventures, so I suppose even an ancient mythical necklace can slip away. Luckily, it's found its way back here. Somehow. I don't question these things. Here.
Thanks for returning the Prowler's talisman to me.
Certainly, but do try to hold on to it a little better next time. I'm sure it would crawl back home again, but the thought makes my skin prickle. What if it's haunted? Still fascinating. Anyway, good luck out there.
So it's really weird that is a thing, but it's a thing. Okay, I can only use one mythic at a time, so I'll have to unequip my Oaken Soul. But this, if you see now, when I crouch and block, I have this. You see counted down, Prowler's Talisman. That is 10 seconds of invisibility, which can be really helpful. I'm also going to... Sorry, Sharp, but followers are not helpful with all this. And I don't need him losing his very precious faction gains by watching me fail miserably. Okay, still a valuable item. I don't actually remember if or where I did this, but I think I'll go to Sentinel. So it's always easy to get to Alakir. There's always people there because it is the easiest spot to farm those dolmen. So you see, this one is that close to a shrine. This one is that close to a shrine. This one is that close to a shrine. There isn't a lot of landscape. So, I mean, between these in particular, there is a lot of landscape in the Alkir, but this makes it very easy. So I can actually take port to my apartment. I do think I did this. So the talisman will not help with a sentry that has a lamp, but it will help with just generic people seeing you. So you can pretty much run, if you plan, pretty easily, as long as you're sneaking from one hiding spot to another without being seen. Okay, so, and you can run straight by people. Probably upstairs, huh? Don't know if there's anybody. Yeah, there's someone right there. So, as invisible, they won't see me as I run right by them. It does ease the mechanics for me that I find just not fun. No shade on people who do find it fun. Okay, Tall Papa Doll. Oh, no muss, no fuss, no worry with having to clear my bounty. So all my characters will hold that in their inventory. I'm sure it's also useful in PvP.
The little one ran off with my...
Job opportunity in Glenumbra. Okay, yeah, good. I'm looking for someone willing to work on the wrong side of the law. The thieves of Glenumbra are caught up in a distrust and rivalries, but I believe they could become a new chapter of the Thieves Guild. I've just the job to bring them together. If you're interested, meet me in Daggerfall. I'll be waiting in the square behind the Rosy Lion Inn, or if you can't find me, look for Skeever Nevo. He'll point you in the right direction. Quen, Thieves Guild of Abaz Landing. Why she's leaving a note out in the open, you know. We do have to come to the conclusion that Quen is simply not the brightest gem in the basket. So I suppose it's hard to make criminals endearing, although they really managed in Oblivion.
I have little time to waste.
And they haven't really pulled it off until Abaz Landing. I like all of them there. But they told really good stories, and now it's really just, but werewolves.
Ah, Lady Celine's associate. I do hope you're not here to disappoint me.
Here's what you asked me to acquire.
Excellent. The profit I make from this will keep my creditors at bay. At least for a time. Here, the key to my warehouse. Tell Lady Celine our scales have been balanced. And I expect this new guild of hers to bring its business to me.
I'll pass along the message.
Hey, partner. I've been looking for you. Glad I found you. I had to tell someone what I discovered about the Codex, but the thieves' den was empty. First, though, how's the plan coming together? Have you gotten any of the gang leaders to agree to work with Captain Sansone?
Celine's on board. She even secured a warehouse where we can set the trap.
A warehouse? That's perfect. Now we just need something to entice the cartel, and a way to slip the information to them. And we need to tell Captain Sansone all about it. You should talk to him next, and make sure he's still willing to help us. Didn't you tell me you helped the Lion Guard protect Glenumbra from werewolves and cultists? Plus, Sansone seems to trust you, and you already broached the subject. You're our best chance to get him to agree to work with us to take down the cartel.
All right, I'll go speak to Captain Sansone. But what did you want me to tell him about the Codex? Oh, but what did you want to tell me about the Codex?
Oh, yeah! The damn thing writes itself! The last entries in the Codex talk about Celine acquiring a nowhere key at the bank, and the cartel taking one from Basil. In fact, it's full of entries from well after the time of Sage Vornet.
This could give us another edge against the Coldan cartel.
My thought exactly. And that's not all. I was able to find more entries related to the Thieves' Moon. Sounds like a powerful relic that has some effect on time. Just the thing to bring the three gangs together and form a proper Thieves Guild.
Anything else?
Not yet. It's slow going. Anyway, find Captain Sansone outside Daggerfall. Get him to commit to send the Lion Guard to the warehouse. Then talk to Edwayne and get his cooperation like you did with Celine. He said he was taking the road to Oldcroft.
What is it? I wondered if I would see you again. Once again, the friend of thieves calls upon the Lion Guard. To what do I owe the honor this time?
I wanted to continue the conversation we started. How can we work together to stop the cartel?
I've been considering what such a course might look like. But the Coldane cartel has wealth, power, and more than one magistrate on their payroll. I would need to catch them with their hand on the High King's coin purse to make an arrest stick.
What if we could provide you with a time and place to catch them in just such an act?
A tempting offer, but I still don't know if I can trust you. You know I carry a warrant for Gwyneth's arrest. I could just show up and take you all into custody. It would certainly be the more prudent course of action.
Trust goes both ways. We want the cartel and their werewolves to pay for what happened to Basil.
Yes, Basil. And a criminal organization of murderous werewolves is certainly a much greater concern than a few gangs of pickpockets and street thieves. All right. Get me the information, and the Lion Guard will be there to apprehend the cartel.
I'll get word to you as soon as all the details are in place.
While I wait to learn the time and place of this trap, I'll assemble as many knights as the Lion Guard can spare. I may require the assistance of your thieves if the cartel proves as dangerous as I believe them to be. Do not make me regret this.
You said it yourself. Pickpockets and street thieves aren't soldiers. That's why we need you.
Even so, if we enter into this partnership, we do so together. We're all going to have to bloody our swords to stop Coldane. If Gwyneth has no stomach for that, don't bother to send word to me. But if I hear from you, I expect you're all in.
I love his armor. It's nice.
You've a hunger, friend. I smell it on you.
I hate all the
But I
creepy
know how
wolf
you
whistles
feel
in this town. Ugh. Stop talking to me.
Over here, friend. Gwen said she'd be sending you to assist me. Gwen mentioned you had something you wanted to talk to me about. Just so happens I could use some help as well. You first, friend. Then we can discuss what I need.
Putting together a plan to deal with the cartel. Celine's got a warehouse, but
Ah, the cookie jar gambit. Celine's warehouse is the jar, but we still need a cookie to entice the cartel, and a way to let them know it's there and waiting to be swiped. I can help with the latter, but that's where my predicament comes in.
all right, what do you need?
I was on my way to meet with a former street hawk. Gorbert got in good with the cartel and has been passing me information. But Lady Birion, a nervous noble with a private militia, caught him and Carso up in a sweep of the road by her estate.
So you need my help to break Gorbert and Corso out.
Exactly. Me and the street hawks will make some noise and draw off the militia while you head southeast and sneak in to free Carso and Gorbert. I left a toolkit if you need lockpicks. There's an escape tunnel in the dungeon. Use that to get out. After we draw out the militia, sneak past what remains, slip into the house, find the dungeon, free Gorbert and Carso, and escape through the tunnel. Easy. Then we can use Gorbert to help entice the cartel to take the bait and spring our trap.
Okay. The estate is down here.
Siberians are Horkers ours!
That's it! Get them!
Streethawks, scatter!
Don't think I can go around back, but I can zip by these guys with the Prowler's Amulet. I think it's over here. Yeah.
Hey, you. Be a pal and set me and the others free. Hey, you don't look like one of Lady Barion's militia. Get me out of here, please.
Ooh. I'm not doing well on this one.
I thought I was done for.
Try not to scream, sir. Trying to be stealthy here.
I thought I was done for.
Oh, talk to him. I already talked to him.
You picked that lock like a professional. You sure you're not with the militia? Or that this isn't another one of Lady Barion's tricks to get me to confess to crimes I didn't commit?
Edwin sent me. I'm here to set you and Carso free.
Edwin? Really? I was afraid he got snatched up too. Glad to hear he's safe. Wait a moment. Did the cartel send you? Did they figure out I've been passing information to Edwin?
I'm not with the cartel. I told you. Edwin sent me to free you. Now where's Carso?
Before they tossed me down here, I saw them stick Carso in the kennels. If you know about Carso, then Edwin must have sent you. All right, I'll trust you. I'll sneak out and find Edwin. But you have to set Carso free.
Where are the kennels?
The kennels are upstairs. There's other dogs too. So look for something in the kitchen on the second floor to keep them occupied and quiet. Maybe some chunks of meat or something. Hey, thanks. I'll see you outside.
What's your connection to the Coldain cartel?
Look, maybe Edwin trusts you, but I don't know you. I'm not about to tell you my life story just because you unlocked my cell. Get Carso and meet Edwin and me outside. Then we'll see what we'll see.
Oh. Yeah, I need to, can't do that just yet. I need to find a puppy treat. Got some pork ribs. Oh, someone... Oh, it's easy because someone killed everyone in here. Alrighty. Yep, they're all dead.
Quiet, you damn dog!
Okay, puppies. Yeah, I'm okay with rescuing Carso. It's a vital mission. I mean, the humans, sure, but... Yeah! Okay. So, we gotta go. Probably don't have to hide because everybody's dead, but... Come on, Carso.
Here comes Carso and my friend now. You can trust them, Gorbert. Tell them what we discussed.
Yeah. Look at the happy puppy! I love that.
Sorry I wasn't more forthcoming. But spying on the cartel for the Street Hawks? I never know who I can trust, you know? Anyway, I'm sure I can work something out with Edwayne so you can slip information to the cartel when you're ready.
That will help. Was there something else you wanted to tell us?
Gavin Coldane may look like an upstanding coin baron to the world at large, but he runs a growing criminal empire. He's forcing every thief, fence, and burglar in Glenumbra to join his cartel. And don't get me started on the cartel werewolves.
None of that is new information. We know all that.
Hey, I'm putting my life on the line just mentioning this. But once a street hawk, always a street hawk, right? The cartel has established a new enclave on Dowerstone Island, just south of here. Records, plans, stolen loot. It's all there.
That is new information. Thanks for letting us know.
I'll work with Edwayne.
I knew placing a street hawk in the cartel would pay off. Not only will we have a way to pass on the information and bait the trap, we now know where the cartel keeps its most important secrets. This plan is already shaping up nicely.
There's one other thing you need to know about the plan, Edwayne.
I assumed there would be. For the cookie jar gambit to work, we need a jar, the warehouse, a way to tip off the cartel, which Gorbert will help me provide, and a tempting cookie. I leave that detail to you. But after the trap is set, what then?
I reached an agreement with Captain Sansone. We get the Lion Guard to deal with the Coldane cartel.
The Lion Guard? That's a bold idea. Thieves using the law to their own advantage? I hadn't considered such a thing. Just being that close to Captain Sansone makes my fingers twitch, but I can't fault your logic. All right. I trust you. I'm in.
Now, as you said, all we need is something tempting to get the cartel to put its hand in the jar.
The cartel is putting its hand in the what now? Quinn told me I'd find you out here with Edwayne. Said you had something you wanted to discuss with me. I assume it has to do with a plan involving some sort of jar?
We're putting together a plan to trap the cartel. We have a warehouse and a way to tip them off.
Ah, the cookie jar gambit. And we still need a tempting morsel. I haven't seen anyone run this old swindle in an elf's age. Well, you came to the right person. I know something that will be too irresistible for the cartel to ignore.
Great. What are you thinking?
I just learned that the cartel acquired a crate of heirlooms bound for the Daggerfall auction house. My road sworn were after it, but they beat us to it. There's one item in the collection that Gavin will be especially interested in.
And what's that?
The Wolf's Paw Sapphire. An oddly shaped gemstone Gavin Coldane won't be able to resist. The cartel got lucky and hit the caravan before us, but I doubt they know what's in the crates. We just need to figure out where the cartel stores its loot.
Edwin's agent Gorbert said the cartel established a headquarters on Dowerstone Island.
That's gotta be where they'll take the stolen heirlooms. Not only can we get the perfect bait for your trap, we can also hit them hard and pay them back for Basil. Show the cartel we have teeth. Meet me at the island as soon as you can.
You just want to rush in, make a mess, and steal back the heirloom?
Sounds perfect, right? Come on, we can't let this opportunity pass us by.
So I do appreciate them trying to, at times... Why is that boat on fire? They didn't make me go back to the Thieves Guild 14 times to find, 4 different people to set up the next stage. Brazier came running out. Dowerstone Island is close. That is helpful, and I appreciate
Over here,
it.
Outlaw. This is definitely a cartel enclave, but the lot of them are lazy and sloppy. They think they're untouchable, invincible. Well, we're going to show them just how wrong they are.
How do you want to approach this, Abrasion?
By making the cartel regret they ever crossed the road sworn. And the other gangs too, of course. Let's steal back the Wolf's Paw Sapphire and cause as much damage as we can.
What kind of damage are you thinking?
Let's burn their supplies first, then destroy the weapon stores on the south side of the island. You pour the oil, I'll set stuff ablaze. Then we grab any records and the heirloom. They should be in the tower on the island's east side.
Anything else?
I knew you were an outlaw after my own heart. You deal with any of the cartel that tries to stop us, and I'll take care of delivering our message. Gavin Coldane is going to have nightmares after we're done here.
It is helpful that other people are doing the quest at the same time that I am and killing everybody. They stunned me. Like that.
Captain's a real piece of work. Got the supplies, he says, while just standing there all day.
You dare invade cartel territory! I'll rip you to shreds!
All right, we're done here. Let's go, Outlaw.
Why am I itching to kill something? It's boring out here.
Now, I do appreciate the tools to do this in a role-play way, because I would rather be stealthy if I can. So Prowler's Talisman kind of makes up for janky game mechanics. Alright, they're not chasing.
That was glorious! We bloodied the cartel's nose and rubbed it in the dirt for good measure. Once word gets out that the Wolf's Paw Sapphire and this ledger I acquired are in the warehouse, Coldane will send every thug he's got to get them back.
What's so important about the ledger?
It belongs to Gavin Coldane's personal steward, the same one that handles all the financial records for both his businesses, legitimate and illegal.
So it contains proof that implicates the cartel in all sorts of crimes.
More to the point, the ledger gives us a complete picture of everything Coldane has his hands in. Quen and the others should take a look before we use it as bait. Speaking of, what happens once a trap gets sprung?
I made a deal with Captain Sanson. The Lion Guard will be on hand to arrest the cartel in the act.
You never mentioned involving the law. Not sure how I feel about that. Still, you haven't led me wrong yet. All right, take the ledger and Sapphire back to the den. Tell Quen and the others what you've been up to and set your trap in motion.
This is gonna work, Abrasia. See you back at the Thieves' Den. I know, for some reason, might be another event that has another. I read the catalog. Ooh, event merchant's assistant.
Does Jester have one S or two? Oh, apologies. You must want the impresario. She's around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, he sells basically the same thing. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it definitely has some more stuff. Fragment. Oh. Unstable morpholith. Oh, 1, 2. Unstable morpholith. Huh. Alright, so I need the Rune Edge Striker. To buy 2 pieces of it. Smoldering Bloodgrass Tinder. Oh, that's what it looks like. That's cool. Oh, I got it. I had one of the other pieces. That's cool. So, yeah. Unstable morpholith. No, I don't have, no, I don't have it yet. I have the pieces. So the preview, it will look like that. As a companion pet. That's cool. I need the Deadlands Flint. That's interesting. I hadn't seen the assistant yet. Additional things you can buy.
I'm ready whenever you give the word, Gwen.
Soon, Renner. Celine and Edwayne told me about the plan. We've got a location and a way to get the information to the cartel. Did you and Abrasia come up with something tempting? Renner here is waiting to place the bait in the warehouse when I say the word.
So, what I don't understand is why we don't just hand the ledger over to Captain Sansone and handle it that way. But, you know, we got this ledger and heirloom from the cartel's enclave on Dowerstone Island.
This is the Wolf's Paw Sapphire. I heard that had been stolen. I can see why Abrasia thinks Gavin Coldane will find this interesting. And his steward's financial ledger. Coldane will definitely want to get this back, and... Oh...
Did you notice something?
There's a lot of detailed entries in here. In addition to references to Nowhere Keys and the Nowhere Vault, this clearly provides proof that Coldane and his cartel are neck-deep in illegal activity. What's the status of Captain Sansone?
Captain Sansone's gathering the Lion Guard and waiting for word from us on where to set the trap.
That's excellent news. Once Renner places the bait, we slip the location to the cartel and let the Lion Guard do the rest. Then, with the cartel out of the way, we can rob the Nowhere Vault and turn these gangs into a proper thieves guild. Time to deal with the Coldane cartel. We secured a warehouse, some bait, and even a Lion Guard captain to do the heavy lifting. The plan you and the gangs came up with is perfect. We need one last thing, and you're just the thief to pull it off.
There's always one more thing. What do you need me to do?
While Renner here plants the cartel ledger and Wolf's Paw Sapphire in the warehouse, we need someone to leak the information to the cartel. And it needs to appear legitimate, a reliable and trustworthy source. That's where you come in.
This is the part of the plan Edwayne came up with?
Yes, with the help of the contact you rescued. Here's where to find Bridget Silvereye, impress her by sneaking in undetected, then sell her the information. The cartel should move on the warehouse quickly. Then we spring the trap. Got all that? Thanks to Edwayne's contact, we know that Caldane's lieutenant runs a cartel den west of Crosswich. The entrance is in a rundown farmhouse. Tell her Raoul's warehouse is in Eaglesbrook. Then find me north of the Dwinarth ruins when you're done.
Have you learned any more from the Codex Fournet?
I've never been one for history books, but Sage Fournet's writing is fascinating. He talks about himself more like a teacher than an all-powerful mage. Loved to study cultures from all over. The Codex even mentions how he collected pieces of them.
What does that mean?
Maybe he means he collected artifacts to store in the vault? But the way it's written, I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll figure it out once we break in there. Time to put the plan into motion.
Okay, so my legerdemain is at 6. Thieves Guild is at 8. Okay. Okay, improved hiding I'm gonna grab.
Renna will set the bait. You just need to make sure Bridget bites.
Yeah, I don't know where to go until I actually go there, which is unfortunate. I wish they didn't do that, but... Weirdly, I'm going to port out and port back.
I've got what you need.
Open for business.
Okay. Cross switch. Also close to the new house, so I could just go there. Okay. Pretty sure mining is not all that inconspicuous, but... Come on, let me jump. It's not gonna let me jump. Okay. I need to wait until they move away. Oh dear. Yeah, no map. Frustrating. Yeah, that's... Okay.
I don't recognize you, nor do I have any appointments. Tell me why I
God.
shouldn't kill you where you stand.
Imagine how much that stack of furs smells. Ugh. Look at you slovenly wench.
You aren't part of our pack, and I've never seen you before. You have one chance to convince me not to rip out your throat and eat your heart.
If you kill me, you won't learn where you can find your missing ledger and the Wolf's Paw sapphire.
Put a spine on you to sneak in here and arrogantly claim to have our property. That earns you a few more heartbeats. So, what do you want for this information? And be convincing, or you will see my claws.
The Daggerfall gangs are weak. I want to be a part of something powerful, like the Coldane Cartel.
They are quite pitiful, aren't they? Unable to stop bickering or weeping over family. Our spies report only incompetence. Except you actually have skill, sneaking in here. Where's our property? If we get it back, the cartel will be glad to have you.
At Rollsbourne's warehouse in Eaglebrook. It's well guarded, so you'll need a lot of force.
The cartel is all force, but I'll bet Gavin will want to be on hand when we take the sapphire. Leave out the back. I'll find you once it's done.
You'd think with magic and everything, you could at least, like, have a magic broom, ma'am. I mean, ugh. And it's not really about fussiness, I imagine. Most people, given an opportunity, would rather live in a place that isn't wet, doesn't stink. I mean, I don't know. They are part human. They're not all dog. Ugh. Oh, yeah, that's what I did it again. Quen is already there. All right. They just make it unappealing. Everybody's always, like, in debt, owing money, high, in trouble. Like, when... it's like Jane from, Firefly. When does that get fun? Ugh.
Over here, partner. I don't see any bite marks and your guts aren't spilling out. So either the meeting with Bridget went well, or you couldn't make it into the cartel's den. Which is it? Be honest. A few of us have coin on the outcome.
I spoke to Bridget. She's sending cartel forces to retrieve the ledger and sapphires.
Nicely done. And I made enough coin to pay for dinner at the Rosy Lion. Only a fool would bet against you at this point. Now it's time to get our forces into place and make the final preparations for our wolf trap.
Okay, I have to ask her to remind me.
Renna has placed the bait in the warehouse, and you told the wolves where to find it. While I continue to decipher the codex and keep it safe, the rest of you help the Lion Guard take down the cartel when they go after the bait.
Right. I need to get word to Captain Sansone.
No problem. Abrasia promised to lead Captain Sansone to one of her meeting points. You can talk to him there. I'll let Edwayne and Celine know it's time. You find Abrasia and the Roadsworn, and Captain Sansone. Tell them to head for the warehouse.
Sure. Where is this meeting point?
It's near Cambrai Pass. If everything goes right, Abrasia, her Roadsworn, and Captain Sansone will all be there waiting for you. After that, get to the warehouse. Renna will meet you outside. This is going to work. I just know it is.
Out of curiosity, who bet against me?
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but Abrasia did. She even guessed the number of bites and claw marks you'd come back with. 4 claws and 6 bites, for the record. It was all in good fun. At least I get her gold. We need both the Roadsworn and the Lion Guard, or this trap won't succeed.
Oh, look, yeah, okay, things have changed. There's piles of burning werewolf bodies in Eagle Brook. Okay, that's good.
Harassing innocent travellers along Glenumbra's roads. Typical Lion Guard behaviour.
Innocent? Pah! You road-sworn belong in shackles. You! Their leader said I'd find you here. Let's talk. The woman Abrasia went out of her way to get me to follow her here. Told me I'd find you, but then she slipped away. I assumed this was about that plan we discussed, but I'm beginning to think this is all just a waste of my time.
Trap is set. Meet us at Rolls Barnes warehouse in Eagle Brook to catch Gavin Coldane.
To think, an honored and decorated captain in the Lion Guard, forced to deal with thieves and rogues. But Gavin Coldane is a serious threat to the realm. If I can catch him in a criminal act, I can arrest him and dismantle his cartel.
So you're in? The Lion Guard will arrest Coldane when he goes after the items in the warehouse?
House Menant, Street Hawks, the Road Sworn, criminals, each and every one. But not monsters. Yes, the Lion Guard will move against Coldane and the cartel at the appropriate moment. Just make sure your thieves hold up their end of the bargain.
So if Sansone was smart, yes, he'd continue to complain about how bad this is for him, and then he would move in and arrest all of us at the same time that he arrests Coldane. That would be my move. You really need to keep your word with thieves who won't keep theirs? Yeah, I would imagine that with law enforcement, it would be just too tempting to not nab us all. So, yeah, there's absolutely no reason why Sansone, if they were wily, would not use this as an opportunity to gather information and then nab everybody. So I'm doing this essentially the same way that I did it the first time. I do know that you can get Basil killed, and I didn't want to. I didn't see any reason to do that. But I'm not sure what else affects the further outcome of the quest. So I'm really not going to change much. I'm going to do it according to what I think is the wisest when given the opportunity.
Thank the aid, it's you. The cartel, they killed so many. The Coldane cartel. They arrived sooner than we expected. Rushed in with wolves. At least, I think they were wolves. It was chaos. Not ashamed to say I hid. They didn't sniff me out.
They knew we were coming and we're supposed to be ready. We knew they were coming and we were supposed to be ready. What happened?
We were supposed to surprise them, but they surprised us. Like they knew what we planned all along. They ambushed the Lion Guard, killed them before we even knew what was happening. Barely got the items in place. Then everything went wrong.
Where's everyone now?
The cartel lieutenant breached Silver Eye. She kept shouting for Celine. taunting her. Everyone scattered, and that's when I hid. They sealed the door. Take my grapple bow and find a way in. You need to get everyone out of there, and quickly. Use the grapple to get in through the upper windows. Hurry!
So I don't know if there's any way to change that outcome and save the line guard. I was watching this time to see if there's anything possible, but the only point that I see that could be different is not getting caught to go in and see Bridget. I didn't kill anybody, but I did get caught, so I don't know if that would change if you impress her more. I didn't really see a divergence point where I could have made a difference. Hey, Carso.
There's a dog hiding among these crates. Find it.
I like anything involved in following a puppy. Hey, good boy. Smart boy. Smart boy. Good boy. So many treats. All the treats. Yes.
Quiet, Carso. They'll find you. Did you find someone? Quick, friend. Open the lock. Carso has tools if you're short.
Go Carso. So that little pouch around his neck probably holds lockpicks. I always have a big stack of lockpicks, if not two, so.
It's all gone wrong. Somehow the cartel knew. Good boy, Carso.
Good boy, Carso.
Everyone was in position. The plan seemed perfect. For a brief moment, the three gangs were all working together. Then I heard screams, saw red eyes in the shadows. They were fast.
Cartel must have known what we were planning even before I leaked them the information. How?
The warehouse owner, Rawls Boron. He was with Gavin Coldane when they arrived. He must have sold us out. We have to hurry. The cartel grabbed Celine and Captain Sansone. We need to get them out of here.
Gavin Coldane's here? Where did they go?
Yeah. Coldane sauntered in like he owned the place. Grabbed Celine and ordered the cartel to take control of the underground caves. Then they tossed me in here. We need to find Alcedo Nadius. I heard them order him to guard the way down. Come on. Carso, keep watch. Stay.
Okay, so yeah, it was Rolls Baron who you stole for, jerk. Although
we need to move fast.
How Rolls Boron
if we're noticed.
knew. Yeah, we just give too much information away in this story. Tell them you're starting a guild. Why would you tell anybody what you're planning? Yeah, I like being able to just run by guys like that. That is cool. Oh, I can kill this guy.
You little pests think you'll get past me? Ha!
Nope. I'm way better at this than I am at sneaking.
Hope we find Celine and Sansone quickly. I think I'm bleeding it. Look, hanging above us. Is that Captain Sansone?
Get me down from here! There's a way up here through the room behind me.
Maybe use that grapple bow you have.
Come on. Yeah, I love that talisman. If you get the timing right, it's much easier to accomplish things. That's good. I like that. Yes, that is a grapple point. Let me use it. I see it right there. Not this grapple point, that grapple point. What? Why? Why won't it let me use it? That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, now it'll let me use it. Ugh.
Like dumping fish at the docks.
The humiliation never ends. But if you still want to stop Coldain, let's talk. That wasn't the most dignified moment of my career, but the cartel will pay for that and for the many Lion God lives they took today. But we don't have much time. We need to catch Gavin Coldain.
Where's Coldain taking Celine Maman?
Deeper into these smuggler caves. The cartel plans to loot the place and take control of the operation. Ral's Boron was a fool to think Coldain would let him keep all this. I heard Celine shouting. Something about a nowhere key.
We'll get to Celine. Have you seen any of the others?
That road-sworn thief Abrasia came by. She saw me bound up and simply smiled. Then she kept walking. Typical scoundrel. But we need to move now if we're going to catch Coldain. Coldain went deeper into the cave. Follow me!
Release me!
Let's see what we're dealing with before they are alerted. Quiet. Coldain has Celine. Let's see what's going on.
Lady Celine, such a fancy title for a common thief. Give me your key before my patience runs out.
I'll not give you anything, Kerr.
The pack can convince her, Gavin.
Enough! Send your wolves against me instead.
No more violence. Here, take my key.
I don't think so, Celine. I'll take that.
Abrasia, what are you doing? Come back!
Ah! Bridget! Kill these fools! I'll go after the road swarm!
Coldain! Help Lady Celine while I give chase!
Your deception was so obvious, little thief! Pathetic! Insolent runt! Die by my claws!
To be fair, Bridget, I didn't have a choice.
Will someone please free me?
Quest made me do it.
What are you waiting for? Break the chains and free me!
Oh, come on. Yep. Alright, very difficult to find her little chains thing there.
My thanks. Now, let's get my key back.
I just wanted you to know that the road swarm were all set to help when Abrasia, well, she warned us that everything had gone wrong. Told us to hang back and not get killed. As for why she stole that fancy key, no one tells us nothing.
So Abrasia warned you before the attack started?
No, we showed up right on schedule, but the cartel was already tearing through the Lion Guard when we got here. Look, our fair leader never lets good judgment get in the way of an impulsive action. Maybe she tried to salvage a bad situation?
Where would Abrasia go now?
Ah, Abrasia's definitely in the wind. Even if I knew where she'd go to hide, I wouldn't tell you. She's the boss after all.
I'll let you know you want to talk to her, though. If I see her, that is. That passage leads out to the shoreline.
Yeah. Thank you, Garland the Fox, for all your helpful exposition.
Of course she betrayed you. She's a thief. You're all thieves.
Obviously, darling. But you make that sound like a bad thing.
I can't believe how bad this escapade turned out to be. Thieves and Lion Guard are dead. Rawls Boron betrayed us. Coldane got his ledger and sapphire. And worst of all, I lost my nowhere key. What was Abrasia thinking, stealing my key?
What were you thinking carrying it? Rose Boron was your idea. Okay, can't say that. What happens now?
It will take more than Gavin Coldane and his pack of wolves to make us abandon our pursuit of the vault. Since Abrasia now has our nowhere key, I suppose we'll just need to acquire another one.
Where would we find more?
Our people have been searching. Mine caught wind of a key hidden under the Daggerfall Market District, and Edwayne's street urchins learned of one in the Dwenarth ruins to the north. Head back to the den to update Quen, then come meet us.
What do you think Abrasia's up to?
You mean by stealing the key we all worked so hard to get? Undermining all of our efforts and betraying our fledgling Thieves Guild? I can't begin to understand the mind of that woman. She and her road sworn are inscrutable, and I don't care to try.
Yes, how dare someone betray someone else's trust? Hypocrisy! It burns!
I already heard the basics. Did it really go that badly? The chatter among the thieves outside is that something terrible went down at Rawls Boron's warehouse. What happened? Where's everyone else?
Cartel knew about the trap. They killed a lot of us. Coldane got away and Abrasia stole our key.
They knew? How? Of course, Rawls Boron. We shouldn't have underestimated Coldane. He didn't get this much power and wealth by accident. Abrasia's betrayal is not a huge surprise. But how are we going to get into the vault without a nowhere key?
Edwayne and Celine know where to find more keys. In Dwenarth ruins and under the Daggerfall Market.
The best thieves always have contingency plans. Glad to hear Edwayne and Celine have an idea about how to pull us out of this mess and keep our heist on track. We're not finished yet, partner. Not by a long shot.
Everything went wrong, Quen. But Edwayne and Celine said they know what to do.
I heard. Come on, partner. We still have work to do. Over here, partner. We're not done yet.
Response to Rollsboron. You made a wise decision to inform us about this silly attempt at a trap. Those gangs who approached you may have guts, but they lack the foresight and wit to pull off the required subtlety. Right? Stop giving out information. Why do we tell people anything? Of course, you did wait until we asked you directly to reveal this information. Lucky for us that we bothered, isn't it, Rawls? But you came to your senses, and that's what matters. We've had an excellent business relationship over the years, and I'm glad you decided to continue that. I will personally ensure you receive proper compensation when I arrive. G. Coldane.
The Coldane cartel probably thinks we're finished. Betrayed by one of our own, outwitted by werewolves.
Yeah.
And we lost our nowhere key. But we've still got the Codex. And what was that you were saying about Edwene and Celine?
Dwayne and Celine think they know where to find more nowhere keys.
Right. Possibly somewhere under the Daggerfall Market District, and in the Dwynarth ruins up north. I doubt we're the only ones to hear word of these keys. We'll have competition. So you need to get out there and help them locate the keys. Fast.
Any suggestion on who I help first?
Edwayne's information feels more solid. Meet him at the Dwynarth ruins, and if there's a nowhere key there, get it. Then track down Celine in Daggerfall. If we can secure at least one key, we can enter the vault. We can't let Coldane beat us to it.
I'll go help Dwayne and Celine find those nowhere keys.
Find Edwayne at the Dwynarth ruins. After that, go assist Celine in Western Daggerfall. We need at least one of those nowhere keys to keep ahead of the cartel. I'm counting on you, partner. Meanwhile, I've got a codex to finish reading.
Forget the cartel. Are you worried that Abrasia will use the key she stole to beat us to the vault?
Without the codex, neither the cartel nor Abrasia can find the vault. Unless they've another source we don't know about. I truly thought Abrasia wanted to be a part of the new guild. Can't believe I read her completely wrong.
Alright. Well, we have experienced a setback. Wah wah. And, as we deserve, we should not get fresh air or sky. We're just gonna sit here and pout. Right? We're pouting. That's what we're doing. Yeah, we're pouting. Thank you for joining me.